Right, Robbie Wong here, gonna play a historic match
and
on
don't
stream.
forget to ring the bell.
You're supposed to say that at the end, kiddo. So this is a bunch of ramp spells. We have some sweepers, and we have a lot of top end here that is devastating if we can get to it, which is always the key. And we have some different resource lands, and we have access to 5 different colors. Yeah, we're going to play this on the ladder. We made it to Plat 3 last time, and there have been no games in between the last streamed game and this game. This weekend, hoping to get a lot of matches in and climb the ladder pretty high, and also switch decks so we can get a kind of a feel for where the historic ladder is at. I have this feeling that I get playing a deck, that it fits well with me, kind of like Harry picking the wand. I gotta throw this back. Do I? I mean, this will probably find a blue land. Okay, we're gonna keep. I wouldn't fault someone with higher discipline than me to throw this back. We can cast it. We'll find blue. I have faith. Surely my deck is not going to give me the bad deal with 2 Rejuvenators. So far, it looks like a mirror match. If that's the case, opponent is off to the races with 3 against my 2. But we do have Golos in hand, so hopefully we can get, well, okay, we don't want to see land Uro, land drop 6 while I'm stuck on 2 lands. We do have Field of the Dead ahead of curve. No extra ramp sounds fantastic. Okay, so let's go Sunpetal Grove, Rejuvenator into blue land. Perfect. So let's go ahead and also get Hallowed Fountain, so that way we have 2 mana for Shatter, and we are black and red away from a Golos activation. So we're looking for black, red. Yikes.
What?
Opponent played Nissa, who shakes the world, and we are. I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the bin for Uro to eat later. Okay, so if we Golos, we're going to be able to, and let's get Field of Ruin, which will get a black land later, and we can also nuke Field of the Dead, or hit a Nissa land if we're feeling it. Crisis would be scary. Crisis looking likely. Or Tornado Shark. Crisis. This is Crisis. Oh, this is just Ulamog. Well then. I don't think we can play through this. Yeah. Good game. Yeah, I'm going to concede match 1. That's a pretty tall order. I mean, we have the other Ulamog in hand, but we are 7 lands away from that. Okay. So what do we want to see? They're like a Nissa build. Get Mystic Disputes to slow them down. Just kind of trim around the edges. Kind of need all of these. Blast Zone is probably the weakest utility land. Need 1 more cut. Let's cut a Golos. Race to Ulamog. Who gets there first?
A race to Ulamog? So
Yeah.
what is that?
It's a giant 10/10. Oh, we love this hand. We've got ramp into Golos. Ramp into ramp. We have most of the colors you need to start. So Temple tapped. Where are we on time? Okay, we're ahead on time.
Yes, draw, Papa. Draw.
Okay, Explore is the weaker of the two. Let's go ahead and Temple of Plenty so we can set up our next draw. Triome, red, sure. Now we're just missing black for Golos. Opponent missing their ramp is pretty critical. Alright, so let's Triome, Growth Spiral, Field of the Dead, Aether Gust. Let's decline this. Well, no. Put it back on top. Because we still have 2 lands. I think if I only had 1 land, I'd throw it to the bottom of the library because it's not as good if it can't drop an extra land. But we're still going to see the next card. We can still use most of that card. Okay, we lost an Explore. So this has blue, right? Okay, yeah. So we can Mystic Dispute if we really want to fight over it. Growth Spiral, see if we draw 2 tap lands. Let's go ahead and Field of the Dead. And let's Breeding Pool. So next turn it's going to go Arc into Golos, fetch a Field of Ruins so we can shoot this Field of the Dead before it becomes relevant. We should have put this into play untapped. Huge mistake. This should have been untapped. We can still use this to counter Nissa. So I am filled with regret. Okay, so
You're filled with regret.
I am filled with regret.
Why don't you regret him?
Well, at least we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's Arc so we can hit our City's Blessing. Okay, we have Mystic Dispute up for another blue spell. Opponent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's so huge. These little decisions that pack up because Nissa's going to keep making 3/3s, and it's going to start to pressure us out of this game.
Why don't you add a 4/4?
Well, I did add a 3/5.
You should add a 3/4.
So next turn, we're going to field them off of field. That will let them... Well, no, they have their 5 colors now. Yikes. Okay, so... What do they get? Are they going to get a mountain or just a backup field? Oh, wait, this is a Fable Passage. I bet they get a swamp. Forest. Okay. I don't think if this build is playing basics, I can field them off of their Golos activation. I do think I can field them off of field, so that way they can stop getting zombies.
Zombies? You mean we're going to play zombie game?
Okay, let's go ahead and use Mystic Dispute while the Mystic Disputing is good. A lot of diminishing returns with that card.
Right
Yeah, we are playing a zombie game. They have lots of zombies. Okay, so let's go Forest. Let's shoot Field of the Dead. Let's get a black source. Let's activate Golos. Hope to hit an Ulamog. Ugh. Growth Spiral, drop the Hallowed Fountain. Enters tapped. Growth Spiral. let's save the Triome because that can be another card, and we're going to need to dig. So opponent just has those up, so they can kill my Golos if I attack like this. Golos for a zombie doesn't seem worth it. Clearing one zombie doesn't seem worth it.
She probably said that. Or he.
So we need opponent to whiff, and then we need to hit with our Golos activation. Nissa can also ultimate. That's very scary. Well, opponent did not get Ulamog or Ugin, step 1. So we can cycle... No, we can play Uro. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with activation. 5. So we're still in it. We need to hit Ulamog, and we need to hit Ulamog so we can take out Golos and Nissa, and then just wrestle with these zombies and land tokens. At one point, I had shoved an extra Ulamog in this deck for this exact feeling, ending up being results based. Anyways, okay, so what does our next turn look like? If we Uro, we can draw the card off of there, but then we're short mana on Ulamog. Shatter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're short either way. Okay, so let's Uro to see what we draw. Ugin. So last turn, if I had put this Triome in, I'd have enough to play Ugin and shoot Nissa so she doesn't ultimate. So now we need to hit with this.
All your might, with all your might.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Ay, 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 it's not enough.
Baba. Don't just concede when you think you can't do it. See if you will survive it.
I don't think I'm going to survive this. And the
Baba,
lands are
just do your best. Don't just concede.
I think this one's toast.
Blah, blah, blah,
The Nissa lands. I'll if they don't ultimate,
then you
I
win.
will concede. But if they do ult Nissa, I will concede.
Is there anything you won't concede about? If they do a big mistake, bigger than yours?
Yeah. There's two big issues. The Zagoth is here or there because you can cycle it. I wasn't counting to the point to see drawing the extra card and then Ugining. Would have at least held this off. They would have missed on this. And then the other error of the breeding pool should have gone in play untapped, so that way we had 3 mana up to Mystic Dispute this Nissa. So this game, very confident we would have done much, much better if we had played a little bit more efficiently. Maybe they'll forget. I remember playing at an open and not an open. Remember playing in a set release, and opponent just kept forgetting to uptick their Planeswalker.
Would you like to forget?
I don't want to forget. If I have a Planeswalker, I need to remember. They're not ultimating. Okay, Ulamog or bust.
Your best.
Okay, so I
If you
can...
want to concede, you can't.
I can Ugin and shoot the Nissa to guarantee get another turn. Or I can just roll the dice with Golos and look for Ulamog.
Blah, 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 blah.
These lands are colorless. This Ugin doesn't do as much as we want it to do. I have enough to also... I'm torn. Let's see, how many cards are in the bin? 7? Okay, so I can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's Ugin, shoot the Nissa,
Why?
because they're threatening to ultimate this Nissa. So we're going to shoot Nissa, so she definitely does an ultimate next turn.
So she is...
And then we're going to Uro, so that way we can keep digging for Ulamog. I don't think this is enough to survive. I think I should have shattered just then. I didn't notice how many zombies they had.
Then add
This
more
is-
zombies to your crew.
21, like 10 we'll get through just on that. That's 20. Yeah, we're
Nope,
if
don't
opponents
concede.
if opponent swings out, we're donezo. Back up Nissa. Have you ever seen so many missed Golos activations? These Goloses should be fired. Maybe opponent will get pulled into Ugin and send a bunch of stuff at Ugin to kill him.
Yeah. So remember to ring the bell.
It's all on me, yeah. All right, well, several mistakes. No guarantee that it would have worked out in our favor if we had played more optimally.
And remember to ring the bell.
And like, share, and subscribe.
And like, share, and subscribe.
I'm Robbie Wong, and this is...
Jennifer signing out.